What is dating? Is dating the restriction that allows us to be restricted within our own beings of expression towards others? Is it that safeguard to say that I don't need to have anything more outside of this moment? What is it exactly? How is it freeing? How is it liberating? How does it allow us to breathe more deeply as we feel as though we have a connection with something outside of self? Is our connection more like afterglow on a rainy day as the sun takes over and dries the land? Does our mind follow? What happens when we become more united with the expressions of self first before allowing others into our lives in a magnitude in which we are present for? There's no such thing as really not being ready for it, even though we cannot be ready for something. But if we put the effort towards something, we are being ready for something. We just felt that we're not quite ready for it, whatever it may be at the moment in time in which we are experiencing. What we do with ourselves, what we do with each moment, whether or not time is valuable. Do we look at our time and think that it is greater than someone else's time? How much are we emphasizing that expression on another without thought of where that person may come from? Not knowing what we are looking for, yet we are wanting something that we cannot express in a set given moment in time. Sort of like interrogators in interrogating room, interrogating someone into saying something that is definitely not true, because there are people who know what to do, or should I say, and why? What numbers are we looking to find? What numbers are we filling up as we close down schools and open up other facilities of holding, which education is much different? Creating different type of graduates into these hours, creating different type of moments within this time, crossing the division within the digital paradise of expression. And digital paradise of expression is what it may become. As long as we allow the coming to be. What is it that we're looking for when we connect with one another? What is it that we're looking for when we connect with one another? What are we speaking into as we go into the dating world of the unknown and inspecting the world to mold itself to the values of our own presence? What happens when we go into this world with unrealistic expectations of abbreviations of things that did not work in the past? Because that's all we know is what's in the past, based on what we were shown by those from the past. Life, relations, past, life, relations, which did us good in its own way. What can I say? I am not you. Definitely, this is true. What I can say nonstop is there's something about the rocket power within this will that pushes me to go deeper within this propulsion as we stress to oblivion. It's something about the hidden past of life. It's something about the hidden past which brings us into this new dynamic. about life the way it once was, life as it is, life like it is. What happens when we think of something differently than we once thought it was? What happens when corruption is eliminated through the touch of a dying expression of some other type of bullshit? What happens? What happens when there's nothing else to do but screw you in this way that causes delight within the chills of vibrations without even sight, just by vocals alone, just by vocals alone? Who we are to one another is beauty. Who we are to one another is life. Only you have that ability to restore what was once before. The existence of connection. As we date, we relate. As we relate, we observe each other's space as if the space was our own.
Thank you for listening to The Rose Show on the Rose Show Network.
www.theroseshow.net www.theroseshow.net. Thank you for listening. Become a Patreon and support the arts as I become more of who I'm here to be. And that's to share with you creation as we see more of us be free within this reality. I am a servant of the expression of we as upon thee, as we remember me, as we remember I see you as you are, as we remember how far we have come to get to where we are now, how far we are willing to travel to meet one another without a car. We do not take in considerations of the limitations of others, and which is not necessarily limitations up within our minds. Is what we would discover within the divine timing of self-rediscovery. www.theroseshow.net/patron. Become a patron. We share more. As a thank you for you supporting who I am as a creator and a friend. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to The Rose Show on the Rose Show